It's Miss Terry in the library, and this is what? What's up for teens this week, next week, the week of May 3rd. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's May! Anyway, so that means that school is almost over. We're wrapping up the school year, and that means the library is getting super excited about summer reading. I am so excited. We are finalizing plans. It's gonna be great. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about what's coming up in the week of May 3rd. Yeah, so that's where we're at. On Tuesday, we have Writers Club, which is always a good time. So if you are into writing in any way, shape, or form, come and join us. We have a Google Classroom set up, and we can share some stuff there, and then we meet in person or virtually, as is good for you. And then we talk about writing and do some writing stuff and try some stuff. And yeah, it's going to be great, especially if you're into writing. Yeah, so join us for that on Tuesday. That runs typically 4:30 to 6. And yeah, we almost always use the full 90 minutes. It's a good time. Come join us. On Thursday, we have our homework happy hour. So if you have things you need to work on to finish up your school year strong, and you would like a little guidance and help in how to find some information, or just a place to sit and study with other folks who want to sit and study and do some learning stuff, yeah, come join us for that. That's a good time. That is on Thursdays. It's right out here on the library floor, so there are plenty of librarians milling around to help if you have questions about how to find information. We love to help you find information. Yeah, so the other thing that I want to talk about, I'm giddy excited about this actually. We have been talking about starting a Dungeons and Dragons group, sometimes called D&D. Yeah, and we want to do this in the library because there's very little more library linked up than things like Dungeons and Dragons. So if you are not familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, it is a role-playing game where you develop your character, you decide who you want to be, yeah, and then you go on adventures with other people who have designed their own character. Yeah. And then there is somebody who runs the game. We call that person the Dungeon Master. And basically what that person has done and does is they create this storyline that they are going to work these characters through. And as the characters go through and do things, they make decisions, and then the decision that they made affects what happens next. Yeah, and so there's all this storytelling and creativity involved in these adventures, and they can be almost anything that you decide you want them to be, which is super awesome. Yeah, and then the way that you do things is you roll these series of dice. There's like a collection of them. They're pretty awesome. You've probably seen them. Yeah, they're all those geeky dice. Yeah. Anyway, so then you roll these dice to see, did the thing that you wanted to do happen the way you want it to? Were you successful or not successful? Yeah, so it is a super cool storytelling, creativity, make your own character, decide what you want to do. There's even some math involved, but don't worry, it's not like super hard math. No, it's not. It's not super hard math. I mean, the biggest die is a D20, which means the biggest numbers we're talking about is 20. Yeah, see, that's fine. Yeah. So it's storytelling and math and creativity and forging your own path, and it's fantastic. And if you want to play, let's do that. So we are going to be doing Dungeons and Dragons all summer long. But I've had a lot of people asking when we're starting, when are we going to do this? We want to do this. It's so fun. So here's the deal. If we can get a group together who wants to do this, even before summer reading starts, we can probably work that out. So, leave a comment, send me an email here at this email address. Yeah, mention it in the Google Classroom if you're part of that. If you're not part of that and you want to be part of the teen library Google Classroom thing, send me email here and we'll get you all hooked up for that. And then we'll come up with some cool things that we're doing at the library. Yeah, it's your library. Let's do the things you want to do. Yeah, so touch base with me. Check in with the Google Classroom. Tell me what you want to do. Let's put some times together and play some D&D or other games. We, of course, also have tons of books. We have reading challenges going on. We're gearing up for summer reading. It's going to be so much fun. We still need volunteers. Speaking of volunteers, sort of, okay, so this is how my brain works. Segue here. Okay, so I need teen volunteers. I need y'all to help us make library magic this summer. It's going to be so much fun. We do need you to apply for that. There's a little application. You can do that online. There'll be a link somewhere, yeah, depending on where you see this video. But also, first Friday, we will be here at the library. Well, we'll be outside at the library and we'll have a bunch of big games and yard games and sidewalk chalk and stuff like that. And I will also have those volunteer applications available. We will be here until 8 o'clock. Yeah, so First Friday usually runs till 9. The library will only be here till 8. But we'll be here till 8 and we'll have stuff going on outside. And you can get all signed up to be a teen volunteer. All right, y'all, we are kicking off May in the right kind of way with some writing and maybe some finishing up of some homework stuff if you have questions and you need some help finding answers. That's what we're here for. Let's do that. It's going to be a good time. And I hope to see you either inside or outside the library.